And we're live.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
After this, I'm going right to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. It's getting good reviews.
Really?
It's a bit trippy.
I've heard not very good things about it myself.
I've heard
okay.
like good to mixed. It's weird.
Yeah, I've heard mixed might be the best way to put that, for sure. Sure.
I just have Rotten Tomatoes is at like 90%. That's just my only reference point.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty good.
I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I like those movies, so I'm sure it'll be a fun time.
Sure.
Should be good. Should be good.
I mean, I hope it is for your sake.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
No, you must go watch a terrible movie.
Or that. Yeah.
Go watch a Medea movie or something. I don't know.
Oh, no. Never
Isn't there
that.
a Medea
There's
movie
like a
out right now?
Halloween one or something like that.
Yeah,
That's right there.
that
is
has
too.
really low reviews. I don't know what that is, but it has really low reviews.
Yeah.
That is a stein of water.
I know.
That's a huge water.
I'm determined that I keep bringing down small glasses and then not going to fill it up because the cat's always napping and I don't want to wake him up.
Yeah.
So I've just decided to use the giant glass of water.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
How long until just like a Camelback? There's a guy at my office who used to do
How long
that.
till I just run a hose down from the kitchen?
Yeah.
Just like get some kind of like gas mask snorkel thing.
Yeah, just like a
right up to your
mouthpiece.
Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the equivalent, like the drinking equivalent of like a horse with a feed bag. How long? That's the question.
Give it time. I don't know. I don't have a specific time frame for this.
I'm
All right.
surprised it hasn't happened yet.
I was thinking of where this would progress. One hose in, one hose out. You never have to leave, but I don't really want to talk about that
Yeah,
scenario.
let's not ever
So-
talk about that. Gross.
One hose in, one hose out.
gross.
You know, standard stuff.
Top-down
You know how
perspective.
it is. Yeah.
It's November 6th. John Wheeler, Paul Fleck, Sean Booker.
Hi.
We're all here today.
Yeah.
I brought something for show and tell.
Ooh.
Okay.
I bought this cool new Xbox controller. It's all pink.
Ooh,
Nice.
I like it.
I like the metallic ones that they do. They're always nice.
Yeah, really good.
This is the, I think it's called like Dawn Shadow or something. The reason I got it, one is I thought it looked really nice, and two, Newegg was having a deal where you just get Metal Gear Solid 5 with it. So like, why not?
Huh.
You got Metal Gear Solid 5 with the controller?
Yeah, for $60.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. So why not? I don't know if I'll get around to playing Metal Gear Solid 5, but I have that now if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't gotten a new Xbox One controller ever. I only have the launch day one that says, day one 2013 on it. So the bumpers are better on this one. John, do you have any new ones, or do you only have original
Yeah,
ones?
I have the custom one, remember?
Oh, right. Okay, so you have like a really current one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I haven't had it. So like it has like the nice grip in the back.
Mm-hmm. That's a really
And-
nice touch. I like that.
And the what I'm a big fan of is the headphone jack. Because I had
Oh,
to
yeah,
keep
that too.
using the old built-in mic, that clunky one. Now I can plug whatever I want into this,
That's pretty good.
which
Pretty
is
good.
nice. John, you'll probably know this. The PlayStation 4, I can just put like my Apple headphones in, and the musical and the audio will come through that. Does the Xbox do that?
I thought that was the point of it. I'm not sure though.
Okay. I'm not even sure where I'd look to get that set up, because it just happens automatically now whenever I plug any headphones into my
Have you
PlayStation.
plugged this controller into your Xbox yet? Because mine needed a firmware update for the controller. Just a heads up on that.
I've connected it. Mine also needed an update, but I didn't have to plug it in. It did it wirelessly.
Oh, okay.
Which
Yeah,
is
you're
nice.
right. I think mine did that too. I just forgot.
Yeah, it was like don't move the controller and then leave it on, and it took like 2 minutes or whatever. I don't know what it did, but yeah. I know you can update them if you do have a cable, and I was thinking like, should I update my old one? But I don't feel like finding that cable ever.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Unless it might just micro USB now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, whatever. Who cares? It works. It doesn't work. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's
True.
my show and tell. It looks super nice. It's nice having a new controller. I need a new PlayStation 4 controller though. That one, the grip on the analog stick is actually coming off, which I think is from Overwatch.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to what we've all been playing, starting with Paul.
Yeah. I've been playing Shadow Warrior 2 a little bit. I finally got that. Now that Halloween's over, not playing like horror games every single day, playing some other stuff. I was going to play Owlboy before this podcast, but just didn't get time
I just finished installing that.
Yeah, I just didn't get time to play it yet. But Shadow Warrior 2 is okay. That game is Borderlands, basically. So
I like Borderlands.
It's a weird take for that kind of game. I thought it was trying to be like old Wolfenstein, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Borderlands. You kill dudes. There's weird powers and different weapons that you can pick up and crafting.
Are there
and all
memes?
That shit.
Are there just like tons and tons of memes?
No, and that's probably why I can stand this over Borderlands because it has the gameplay without the bad writing.
Does it have a lovable robot?
I don't know yet, but it definitely seems like it could. Yes.
Could have a lovable
It
robot?
definitely seems like the type of game that could, because like it has like a lady that lives in your head. So it totally could have a lovable robot.
Is she like a sexy blue lady?
No, she's like
she's red.
Yeah, no.
Sexy red rope.
She looks normal-ish, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I need to play more of it.
I'll stick with Halo, thanks.
Yeah.
It's got everything I want.
Yeah, blue ladies. That's all I want, apparently.
Yeah, sexy blue ladies.
Yeah. I have to play more of it. The reason I bought it was to play with friends, though, because I don't really care about what's going on in that story at all. It's just a bunch of like weird, crazy shit, and that's fine, but I want to play it with a few people, so just waiting to do that. I played about the amount that I was told I have to play until like the multiplayer stuff unlocks or whatever, like the intro stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's cool. It seems like there's a lot of systems going in there for different loadouts that you could do to kill your way through a bunch of demons and people and shit like that. So that's cool. It should be okay, I think. The big thing I've been doing is I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil. Like,
Shocker.
a lot, because I'm going to be playing a lot of it in about a month. I'm going to be doing a full story
Christmas
playthrough.
Time.
December 5th to the 14th. I'm going to be doing a story marathon of the whole game series, starting with Wesker's Report, those videos, and ending with Resident Evil Revelations 2. I'm not going to be doing 6 because John and I are doing that as it is. Yep. And I will not, after 94 hours worth of Resident Evil, I'm not going to be adding another 20 on top of it. So fuck that.
So you're going chronologically?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I've been revisiting the ones I haven't played a lot of to kind of just get my bearings in them. Because of that, I played through Resident Evil Revelations. That game is probably the perfect mix of like survival horror and stupid together. It's just really good at doing the like stupid story stuff with like...
Is this the 3DS one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That was released on the consoles and PC later.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And then I put up a vote to see what people wanted me to do next. Resident Evil 4 came up, so I've been slogging my way through that, and apparently did 8 hours of it last night without noticing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You're just having so much fun.
I'm not, though. I don't like that game very much at all.
4?
No.
What?
I thought that was the best one.
Well, it's not. Because that
Most
game...
consider the best of the moderns.
No. Because they don't go... They're so self-serious, they don't go stupid enough. For one thing.
Right.
And their whole, like, game design for a long time in that game is go into a room and fight off 100 dudes, go into next room, fight off 100 dudes, go into next room, fight one hard-to-kill dude. Like, that's all that is. Are we talking
about all video games here?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's that Resident Evil became all video games after 4. Well, or all video games.
What's the best modern Resident Evil then?
Honestly, right now it's 6 because it is the perfect amount of like the controls work fine, and like because it's newest, and
that logo is awesome.
Yeah, the giraffe blowjob logo is really good, but more importantly, the story is just so fucking out there that like I need to see more. Even though it's the same story 3 times, I need to see the different takes on the same story because they're so dumb. They're so big and dumb. I really like that. And yeah, I mean, the thing about Resident Evil 4 is that I don't like its game design philosophy of how it handled survival horror with like a bunch of dudes just attacking you being the like stressful parts. I don't like that very much. The controls just straight up are outdated, and that's not helping its case replaying it now. And it doesn't
My
go... My
favorite Resident Evil is the one where the dogs jump through the window.
Okay, so 1.
That happens in 4 as well.
I was gonna say, that happens in 2 as well. That happens in like all of them.
I think it's all of them.
It doesn't happen in 2.
Yes, it does, because it's the crows first, because you think it's a fake out. And then it's a zombie, but then like on B path, it's a dog.
I just played through 2 weeks ago. That doesn't happen.
Really?
It's not a dog. It's there's a licker that does it a few times.
Oh, maybe I'm just confusing it with the licker then.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, dogs do lick. Are you just referring to a dog as a licker?
I mean,
I hate you so fucking much. I'm trying to think if there was a part. There's a part where a dog jumps down from like street level at you when you're like in a sewer area, but it's not through a window.
Okay. No, I don't know. I must have been thinking of the licker then. Probably because it does it land on the ground when it goes through the window. Then that might be why I'm thinking dog then.
Oh, maybe.
Because like I'd barely played any of 1. That's why I was
fair.
Why would I know this so vividly if it wasn't 2?
I'm trying to remember if there is a part in 4 that does it. There's a lot of dogs in 4.
It's at the very, very beginning.
No, in 4 you save a dog.
Yeah, you save a dog.
4 was like the only one I played.
Okay.
And I played about 10 minutes of it, and that dog part happened.
The dog part.
I'm tired of your jump scares.
I'm trying to remember where that would happen in 4.
There's like a tiny little cabin at the very, very beginning. It's like the very first thing, and a dog jumps through that window. It's before you even get into the town.
I don't remember having to fight dogs in 4 until like
later,
least close to the end of the first chapter.
Well, there's no way I got that far into that game, so.
Yo, I literally just played it yesterday, and that didn't happen. So I'm trying to think of what part you're talking about. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, yes, stuff still jumps through windows, whether or not it's a dog. That happens in every one of them. Sure. I'll concede. I'm finally getting into a part in Resident Evil 4 where I like what they do with the design for a little bit. The part with like the laboratory on the island and the regenerators and stuff like that, I really like. I think that's some of the best stuff in Resident Evil, just period. However, I'm also getting to the worst stuff in Resident Evil ever, and that's the dudes that shoot at you on the island with like Gatling guns and shit. And I'm not looking forward to playing a bad wartime shooter against a bunch of like infected mercenaries again, but whatever. That game's dumb in a way that I don't necessarily get behind, but it has some good stuff in it, so it's still worth playing. But yeah, that's kind of all I've been doing. That's it for me. I'm gonna leave this air dead. I don't
Truly,
even give
I muted
a fuck.
everything while I was trying to find this.
I was like, why isn't Sean saying anything?
Because I'm watching Leon walk into this little cabin.
You're trying to find the fucking dog, aren't you?
Yeah. And any minute now, a dog's gonna jump through this window. I'm gonna find it. Anyway, John, why don't you keep going?
All right. I played Street Fighter 5.
Hooray!
It's Street Fighter. Sean's excited.
Is 5 the latest one, or are we on 6 now?
5 is the latest one.
5. Okay, that's what I thought.
That game's weird. Plays good. It plays like Street Fighter.
Didn't everyone hate? Isn't everyone like super angry at this game?
Yeah, because it launched with like no features, but then it's been out for a year now, and most of the features are there now. So
nice.
So I got to play story mode, and then the actual story mode. The story mode that shipped with the game at launch, or maybe it was a DLC, I'm not sure, has these weird like vignettes of each character. Like you play as them, there's a little cutscene that plays with a still image, and then you do a fight, a new image appears, you do another fight, a new image appears, you do another fight, and then you're done.
Nice.
Which was really weird. You literally just each character had 3 fights, a couple had 4, and 1 or 2 had 2. And they're like, some of them were related, some of them were just not, and they like barely told a story. So I was like, wait, why is this here? That tells me nothing about the story. And then I got introduced to the main thing, the main gimmick of Street Fighter V for unlocking stuff, fight money.
Right.
So to unlock pretty much anything in the game, new stages, new characters, new colors, whatever, you have to use fight money, which you get by either doing like the single player content or by fighting online. Doing the story mode gave me enough fight money to buy 1 new character out of 6. And just for reference's sake, a new character is 100,000 fight money, and the character specific story mode gave me about 160,000. I went to do a fight online. I'm like, oh, I'll see how this goes. I won my fight and I earned 50 fight money.
Wow. So how much is it if you just buy the guy with money, like actual money?
You buy all 6 in a season pass for $30.
Okay.
And that comes with character colors as well, I believe. So everything is very expensive, and I don't know how the fuck they expected you to actually grind out getting these things with fight money. You must have to play the game a shit ton. Because I'm doing the actual proper story mode now, which is a lot longer, and I had to wait to do it first because it was an 8.5 gig patch on top of the other patches I downloaded for Street Fighter. On top of the other patch I had to download. It was weird. I put the game in, and you know how the PlayStation says auto downloading like update 111 for a game. So I left it to do that. It installed it, turned on the game.
Actually, side note, isn't it supposed to do all that stuff when the system's off?
Yeah, in rest mode, which is what I did. I put it in rest mode.
Yeah, but shouldn't it have already have done that? Or are you saying you put it in for the first time and then it started the download, so you put it in rest mode?
Yes.
Because I keep running into issues where like I'll go to my system, I'll boot it up, and there's like an Overwatch download that needs to happen, and it's like, why haven't you been doing this overnight?
If it's not in rest mode, then it doesn't do it.
I always put it in rest mode.
Supposedly, I saw something about it like not doing anything after the first 3 hours. I don't know if that's downloading or if that's just charging controllers.
That seems weird, but maybe.
So I downloaded the update like the night before. Then I turned on the game, and then the game said, "Yeah, we have to download an update." So the game loaded with access to only training mode. So I played training mode until the download updated. Then it had to reboot itself, install the update, which gave me everything else, online play and character story. But the actual general story mode was another download, which was 8.5 gigs, which was downloading so slow while I was playing the game, I had to just give up and wait to play it the next day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Digital futures.
Digital future. But the game itself plays good. My wife, I guess my PlayStation 4 is not in the best place to be playing a fighting game online because the one match I had was pretty laggy at times. But the game handles good. I like some of the new characters. I like the feel of them. The storyline is very janky. It's really like awkwardly cut. It's like, you know how you guys have played like Mortal Kombat or like the more recent Mortal Kombat's, right? You know how they do their story modes, right?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Capcom tried to do that and didn't even come close.
Great.
Okay.
It'll be like
Ryu shoot a fireball?
Yes.
That part good?
I mean, I guess.
All right. Well, that's one upside.
Because it's weird because it's like, all right, here's like India. Oh, hey, it's Dalsim, and hey, it's Ryu. They're fighting now. You fight as one of them, whichever one it throws you, and then like, oh, another character appeared. Uh-oh, you're playing as that character that just appeared. Now you have to defeat both characters. No, but
there's
now
no reason why you're fighting.
Yeah.
All right.
And then like it'll do like maybe 2-3 fights in the area, and then suddenly it'll cut away to another part, and then it'll just be all cutscene for like 3 minutes, and then it'll cut away to somewhere else.
But is there like a plot going on?
There is a plot, which
Okay.
I'll give them that. But
okay,
it's so far it seems a little scattershot.
All right.
Also, lots of loading between like every cutscene. It's just like
it doesn't have like the seamless transition into fighting.
Nope.
Oh, because that's some of the coolest stuff with Mortal Kombat.
That's one of the best things Mortal Kombat did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. For fighting game story wise, like it's definitely Mortal Kombat. And Injustice, then it's like Blaze Blue, and then it's this. But yeah, I'll still finish it. My main gripe so far is it doesn't earn you any fight money yet. I don't know if it does at the very end of story mode, but so far I've earned 0 fight money doing story mode, which is like, how could you have this and not let you unlock a character or something?
Weird, yeah.
I'm hoping at the very end it's just like, yeah, surprise, you earned like 100,000 fight money or something like that.
I mean, like, even Smash Bros, when you finish that story mode, you get to fight, like, Luigi or something.
Yeah, you get something.
Right. So Smash Bros is even better story mode.
There you go.
That deep story.
Other than that, I've been playing the brand new Mario Party game, Mario Party Star Rush.
What system is this on?
3DS.
Okay. So
Still
it
online.
sucks? Okay, yeah, so it sucks.
I mean, yeah, the lack of online would have been nice, or would have been nice to have online. It's very different.
All right. Then what?
Than other Mario parties. Like everyone takes their turn at the same time. You move around like a board in like free direction, and you run around trying to collect. Depending on the mode, you either run around and try to collect other Mario characters to build a party, and then you go fight like bosses. Or you like play as one character and you like run around playing coin collecting mini games, or you play as a character competing against another 3 trying to buy the most stars with coins and stuff like that, and then you play like a bunch of mini games. I don't know. There's parts that are good and there's parts that are bad. The problem is right now I'm playing it single player, which is usually death for a Mario Party game.
Okay. These different changes. As someone who hates Mario Party, would I like this game?
No.
Okay.
Because I know you. I just the change, even though I think the changes are good compared to the car, no.
Okay.
I actually kind of like. There's a bit of strategy with the moving around in the grid, and that I kind of like. The mini games are fun, but there's not enough. It feels like there's less, and the load time is surprisingly in it. Like each time you do a mini game, it loads in for say 5 seconds. You play the game, and then it loads back out for another 5, and then you're back on the board.
Does it at least have download play?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's weird. Because there's download play, premium download play, and then there's actual, like, everyone has a cart play.
Okay, so what are these differences?
Okay, I'll tell you what the actual name of it is, but the difference is
premium. Is it so? It's not actually called premium download play.
No,
that's hilarious.
It's called Party Guest Edition.
Okay. Okay, so what do I get? Me, and two of our closest buds. We're going over to your place. You have the cart. We don't. What do we get? What do we get to do? What do I get to look forward to?
So there's you either all connect to my internet and download the Party Guest Edition, or we just play regular multiplayer.
Let's do just regular multiplayer. We don't even know what the internet is. We just want to hang out and play some Mario Party. What can we do?
I'm trying to double check here. Download play. It sort of tells you, but it doesn't. Like it says, like most of the modes are locked. You can only just play like I think just the Toad Scramble, and even then you can't use all the maps.
Which one is Toad Scramble?
That's the main one, the one where you're each playing as a Toad and you run around collecting Mario Party or Mario characters to build a group to do boss fights.
Okay, and we get like one map or stage or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, because it looks like there's about 12 maps for that, at least.
Okay. But we only have one cart, so we only get to play on one map?
I don't know. It doesn't quite say. It just says if you have the Party Guest Edition, you get to play just about all the modes.
Okay, and Party Guest is so we're internet, we're tech savvy, but unfortunately one of us bought Mario Party and wanted to play it.
Yeah, it says you'll be able to enjoy playing with more characters on a wider variety of maps. Modes such as Rhythm Recital and Boo's Block Party can also be unlocked. Huzzah!
So what do you miss out on?
I don't know. It doesn't tell you what you miss out on. It just literally tells you, like, hey, you should just all be doing this so more stuff's unlocked.
All right.
It says also you can level up faster if you play with people who are using the Party Guest Edition. Anyone who plays with Party Guest, their experience gets saved for unlocking stuff in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if everyone's using the full version of the game, you level up faster, and then you can access every mode.
So when are you going to invite your three closest buddies over to play some Mario Party on their 3DSs?
I mean, I'm meeting up with TRG in like a month. And
all right, there you go.
Play a round or two of it then.
Cool.
I don't know. I like it. I like some of the ideas. Some of it's a bit more... I mean, it's even more luck-based now because you're moving around on like a free-range grid, and if people just get better rolls than you, then you're foobard.
Well, that's what I was hoping for Mario Party. Even more luck-based. That, you know... just go back to any of my Mario Party reviews, and what the key line to my thesis was, it's just not luck based enough. I have to like try. God, what is with this game?
I don't know. I like I said, there's things about it I like, and there's things about it I don't like. I think it's it's like a half step in the right direction for Mario Party.
Okay.
But I think it would still be good if it was back to the standard, like, hey, 20 turns, move around a board, play mini games after each round. There's a mode here that's similar to that.
Okay.
But the problem is I think there's only like 22 mini games it can pull from, so like you repeat mini games pretty fast.
All right. Christmas is coming up. John, I need your advice for the Mario Party enthusiast in my life. Do you recommend this game?
I give it a maybe.
What? I need to know, man. Am I putting this in their stocking, or am I not?
Do they have 3 other friends with 3DSs they can play with?
Okay, in this scenario, I can guarantee they have at least one other friend, maybe 2, and then they could have a third, but I don't know for sure. So they have about 1.5 guarantees.
They might like it for a bit. It would be fun.
All right. Okay. Good to know. There's your recommendation. Caveats and all.
There's 26 normal mini games. There's 12 boss battles. There's
only 26 mini games.
Yeah.
What?
It's 26 normal mini games. 12 boss battle mini games.
Okay.
12 coin collecting mini games.
Isn't that every mini game?
And 3 Bowser battles.
Okay.
Like no, they call it Coin Chaos. It's basically the category where you just earn tons of money.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm having fun, but I can see once I've unlocked anything being immediately done with it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
You have to level up to unlock the modes, and you gain experience points by winning matches and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Mario Party. It's still happening. Looking forward to Mario Party 11 on the Switch.
I mean, it'll happen.
Yep.
Is that all you've played?
Yep.
All right, I played Titanfall 2. Why didn't you?
Because I didn't want to.
Oh, dude, all right, Titanfall 2 is so good. Everyone's been saying this, and they're right. That campaign is a blast. The areas you go to, the way you can maneuver on walls with your double jump and your running, there are some really cool ideas in there. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna tease time travel. Like
really?
Yeah, no. Like, used really well. Like, that campaign is so much fun. The Titans you have access to are great. Who do I like a lot right now? Ion is pretty good. You get this one Titan that has a sword that can deflect bullets with it, like katana samurai style. What else is going on? The characters are just good, like the Titan that you're hanging around with. The banter between it and the main guy, I think his name's Cooper, is pretty good. But yeah, there's just a crazy sense of like verticality and like maneuverability that you get to play with in that campaign. That's like, I don't want to say it's unreal, but it's just I didn't expect it to be this exciting and fun going into a series that like did not have a campaign in the first game, and they just kind of started up in this one. But Infinity Ward is doing some great stuff here. It feels really good, sounds really good. Like, the guns all feel like you're just like knocking those enemies back and you're like actually powerful, especially coming off of Gears 4 where everyone is like a bullet sponge, and whereas I'm taking people out with like 3 bullets. Yeah, it's every melee attack is basically a one-hit kill, so you can just run up to someone and you'll punch them and they'll go flying, which is great. I don't want to spoil the campaign, but there's so many cool moments in it. And it's short. The campaign's like 6 hours, so I cannot recommend it enough. You should really play the campaign of Titanfall 2 and check that out. And I know, John, you have access to it, so you definitely should. Paul, are you at all interested in Titanfall?
I was actually interested in Infinite Warfare, but apparently people were saying that it doesn't run well on PC. It's a bad port, apparently. I don't know, though.
I mean, Call of Duty's never really been known for its PC port.
That's what kept me away from buying it, because I was gonna buy it, and then I was reading some Steam reviews, and people are like, "Oh, this just doesn't work." So I was like, "Oh, well, then I'm not gonna spend like 100 Canadian on it or whatever the hell it is, because it's pretty pricey." So I'll have to look up more stuff about it, but I'm more interested in that just because of I want to see what they do with like that game in space, basically.
Call of Duty, you mean? Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a bummer that Call of Duty and Battlefield came out like a week around Titanfall 2, because it just seems like Titanfall 2 is just getting buried.
Yeah.
And it definitely does not deserve that, because it is so much fun. So, like, John, are you going to check it out? Any interest in trying out Titanfall 2?
I mean, I got a free copy, so I probably will, but
I'd say, yeah, like, I almost want to say, like, as long as you get to, like, this point, at least make sure, but, like, every time you finish a section, the next one is just better. So it's almost, so you should just keep going. I haven't actually finished it yet. It seems like I'm at, like, about to do the very last section, which I played like 30 seconds of it just to make sure like the checkpoint saved and everything. But like a war battle is starting, and like me and like 8 other Titans just fell down from the sky and are taking on this huge barricaded wall. Like, I am so excited to go finish up that game. But yeah, so again, I haven't played any multiplayer, so I can't really talk about that yet. I really wanted to get through the single player. But right now, yeah, I'm having such a blast with Titanfall 2. It is It is fast paced and it's so much fun. It's similar. I'm getting a lot of similar vibes to Doom in how fast paced that combat was, and that you're just kind of constantly running. You have really powerful weapons. When you hit someone, it feels like you're doing some serious damage, and you're switching around and you're jumping and doing all this stuff at once. It's kind of similar to that.
Cool.
But yeah, Titanfall 2 is all I've played this last week. So let's go to the news. Yeah, I think BlizzCon happened or is happening.
Did. Yes. Yeah.
It happened.
It happened? Okay. It's done? Okay. I just saw a bunch of Overwatch news, which is obviously stuck out to me. I didn't really follow anything else, but I'm going to go with the second one first. They're introducing arcade mode.
Yep.
They also showed off Sombra and released that Sombra video. Did anyone watch that?
Yeah, I watched it.
Cool. I'm interested in checking her out. She can like go invisible and stuff, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so arcade mode, it's going to be separate from quick play, but they're going to have a whole bunch of more options now. I'm going to run through the 5 they have here. Mystery Duel, which is like it's 1-on-1, which sounds weird. That doesn't seem great to me, but 1-on-1 duel where a hero is randomly selected for you and your opponent. The same hero for both. You play on Overwatch's new Eco Point on Antarctica map, which I guess is May's home base. Shout out to May. She's the best. And then, it's a smaller map, but it's 1-on-1. They have Elimination, which is going to be a 3-on-3 best of 5 brawl, where when your hero dies, they are dead with a single hero limit. So make sure you have a Mercy, it says. That's kind of interesting. Mystery Heroes is 6-on-6, takes place on the normal quick play maps with regular rules, but you can't pick the hero you have. I think that sounds pretty silly and fun. They have no limits, which is quick play as we have it now. So you can do whatever you want. If you want to have like a 6-person Genji fight against their team, you can do that. It's just quick play as we know it. And then they still have their brawl modes. I'm kind of bummed. I was really hoping when I first saw the headline for arcade mode that they were going to have the arcade version of the brawl that I talked about a couple weeks ago, where everything's just crazy. You get like twice the health, half the cooldown speeds. But no, that still only exists as a brawl every couple months, I guess. So anyway, there's that. That sounds exciting to me. And the other bit of Overwatch news I came across was that they're going to change play of the game quite a bit so that it can be kind of more like combo focused. So instead of like, for example, you using Zarya's gravity thing and then like Genji getting all the play of the game for getting all the kills, they'll like combo it together so you both get it somehow and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, which makes sense because like, Genji wouldn't have got those kills if you didn't throw down whatever the gravity thing is. Or as someone who plays like Mei a lot, like, you wouldn't have got those kills if I didn't throw out Blizzard. Stuff like that. So that seems like a good thing to do. They're calling it a play of the game 2.0. Did you guys get anything from BlizzCon? Because I don't really follow Blizzard games that much besides Overwatch.
Yeah,
the Sombra video was all I watched.
And I plan to do probably like a 4-hour talk with Homer about it. So I have everything from BlizzCon.
Yeah, okay. The only other thing I remember about BlizzCon was that all of Diablo 1 is going to be in Diablo 3.
Uh-huh. Diablo 3 also has the 2 new zones coming pretty soon. The new class coming. So those are pretty cool. For Overwatch, the thing you didn't mention is the Overwatch League, which is actually going to treat MLG players like they probably should be, and like they're going to be sending people out to like find the best Overwatch players per city and do all like a huge esports thing with Overwatch. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, so I mean, if there's one company that could probably pull it off, it is Blizzard, if they're putting their own money behind it, because they have a lot of money to do that sort of thing. Hearthstone has a whole new expansion coming out. So there's the, what the fuck was it called now? Mean Streets of Gadgetzan. It looks pretty cool.
Sounds cool. All right.
The cool thing about it is that they're doing tri-class cards, so there will be cards now that can be used by 3 different classes to like mix shit up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool. Heroes of the Storm has 2 new heroes coming and new Nexus Challenge thing that's going to be a way for people to get skins and stuff in other games, including Overwatch. You'll get that Oni Genji skin by playing 15 games with friends in Heroes of the Storm. And then cool. StarCraft 2 has... they
still do StarCraft stuff?
Yeah, their final set of the Nova Spec Ops missions or whatever is coming out pretty soon. It's actually coming out November 22nd. The new co-op commander is Alexei Stukov, the Infested Terran. And the thing I found more cool is that they're working with people of DeepMind who do AI programming and stuff like that. The dudes formerly of Google's like AI program. They're working closely with them to like make StarCraft 2 AI just like really good and able to scale to your skill level appropriately, which is, I thought, real cool. And also the end, like the beginning of the end for humanity when video game AI can like take us over. So that's going to be cool.
Oh, sure. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
overlords.
And then there's a whole shitload of Warcraft stuff like that is very specific. I'm not going to get into.
Give us give us one thing that you're most excited about from Warcraft.
Where they're going with endgame content within the new patches.
Okay. All right, cool. More from Paul later, I guess. I have a full list of games that will be somehow updated for the PlayStation 4 Pro. Should I just read this whole list?
There's a lot of games here.
List, yeah.
Okay, I'll pick out some highlights. Who's excited for Hustle Kings getting updated?
Hell yes.
It's pretty good.
And Battlefield 1, obviously.
Firewatch, really?
Firewatch, yeah. Uncharted's on here. Until Dawn, XCOM 2, PlayStation, the Playroom VR, Last Behind stuff, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Res Infinite. There's a bunch of games are going to be getting updated for up to 4K graphics, faster, smoother frame rates, HDR imaging stuff. So, like, you know, if you're getting a PlayStation 4, look for those games that you'll get the most bang for your buck. Is Overwatch on this? No. All right. Shadows of Mordor. That's getting updated for some reason.
There you go.
If you purchased Bastion before, the Xbox One version is coming out next month, and you can get it for free. Just like they did this for Castle Crashers and Journey. This happens... what time in December? It's free until January 1st. And it's...
December 12th.
It's like 12th? Okay, I'm not... All right, cool. If you had purchased it before on Xbox 360, so for the second half of the month, you can get Bastion on Xbox One for free. Which, why not? Just do that.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. Who's interested in Pokemon Go news?
Sure.
Did any of you even look at it during the Halloween event? Did that make you open the game again?
I uninstalled the game.
Okay. I also opened it again for the Halloween event because it made evolving a couple Pokemon pretty easy. And it made some Pokemon more common. Anyway,
nice.
They're getting daily quests. So if you like catch a Pokemon or visit a Pokestop every day for like a week, you'll get like a combo bonus. So that's coming if you're still interested in Pokemon Go. I don't play it anymore, and there's not a lot drawing me to it, especially this. I don't want to catch a Pokemon every day because I have almost all of them. Anyway, that is happening. They announced Zero Escape, the Nonary games, or the Nonary games, however you pronounce it, which is it's coming to Vita and PlayStation 4, and it's the first 2 Zero Escape games. So if you missed out on those and you want like a nice...
Wait, why the first 2 and not all 3?
I have no idea. Maybe because those first 2 were old and they didn't look great, because I know they're like up-resing these ones and making them look super nice. And maybe the third one already just looks nice. I don't know. Maybe because it just came out, they don't want to do that.
That's what I'm figuring.
But anyway, that comes next year, spring 2017.
Okay.
Looks like it's going to be $40 across the board for American, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't played those yet, it might be worth just holding off until the spring, and then you get the best versions of them. Those games are fantastic. Although I know, Paul, you're waiting for the PC version.
Yep.
And that eventually comes.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure those are still coming. I can't recommend those games enough. If you like visual novels, though, that first one they're all just outstanding, I should say. And the first one's the best one. Well, I don't know. I like the second one a lot. Anyway. Last one is, we probably know the name of the next Tomb Raider game. Mm-hmm. Because some guy was looking at working files on a subway or something.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like there was a guy who was riding a Montreal subway, and he had a document open that said Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And it looks like it's also going to be a new developer, Eidos Montreal, as opposed to Square Enix. Who was doing it before? Hang on. Crystal Dynamics was doing it before. Now it's going to be Eidos Montreal, which are the Deus Ex people, I believe. So it's kind of interesting. I like those last 2 games quite a bit, so I'm up for more Tomb Raider. And that's all the news I have.
All right, I got some news here first.
Oh, okay.
First off, Pokemon Go, that update apparently is going to be launching today or tomorrow.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, there's an update list. Obviously the dailies is in there. You'll earn bonuses for the first Pokemon you catch in Pokestop each day, and then you'll receive a large bonus if you do it 7 days in a row. Now, when you defeat gym leaders at a rival gym, there will be a brief period of time where only you will be able to place a Pokemon in the open gym, so you can't snipe people anymore.
Huh.
Okay, and cool.
The amount of prestige a rival gym loses when you defeat a regular gym member has increased, and the amount of prestige that you gain by training at a friendly gym has been lowered. So it's easier to knock people out of a gym, but it's harder to build it up. And of course, who could forget minor text fixes?
Right. Yeah. I actually opened up Pokemon Go today, just because I was curious, like if it was any different at all. Every gym near me, and again, there's probably about 7 that I can see from my apartment. They're all blue. They're all level 10, and they're all held by a Dragonite.
Yep, that's what all the gyms are around here.
Yep. So.
All right. The other piece of news I have is Left 4 Dead 1 got some new content.
Awesome. What?
Yeah, I know. Apparently, the original developers, Turtle Rock Studios, were working on a last storyline mode called Damn It. And they never got to finish it, so they released the actual chapter incomplete for people who own Left 4 Dead 1 to play. It's obviously got problems because they didn't finish it, but it is completely playable start to finish.
Is that free?
If you want, yeah, it's free as long as you own Left 4 Dead 1. So if you want to play brand new Left 4 Dead content, it's out now.
That's interesting.
Great. All right. When was that this week, or was that in time for Halloween, or?
The article I'm reading says November 6th.
So okay, today.
It says this weekend it was released.
Okay, there you go. Happy what's the streaming thing going on right now for charity?
Extra Life.
Extra Life.
Happy Extra Life. Here's some Left 4 Dead 1 content.
Sure.
I wonder if it's good.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if it's unfinished, not. I'm sure there's probably issues.
Well, I meant like story-wise.
Oh.
Like, I wonder if it was like something amazing.
Damn It also packs in 2 standalone survival mode maps that never shipped with the game.
I'm assuming this is just on PC.
Yeah.
My Xbox 360 copy is not going to get an update.
Highly doubt it. Campaign begins at an airstrip and wends its way through an apple orchard, into a deep ravine, through a covered bridge, and a campground before the big finale at a hydroelectric power dam. It's set up so that players can split up to work independently instead of cooperatively to fend off the zombie onslaught and reach the conclusion.
Where they find the cure.
Yeah, clearly, that's the one. Left 4 Dead 1's going to retcon the entire series.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there was a sequel, so. Those are good games. Would you guys be interested in Left 4 Dead 3?
Yeah.
I'd play that.
Yeah, I'd play it. I kind of don't care.
Or you could just play Evolve.
I mean, you could actually just play Vermintide, which is literally Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of games that do that now. The thing that made Left 4 Dead so special was that they were one of the first ones to do it well when they came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm looking forward to this, though. I'm actually going to try that out. For sure.
Cool. I'm curious how it is.
Me too.
Is that it for news then? No one has any more?
I got nothing else.
All right, let's go on to questions. And we have a bunch. topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast, on Twitter, Facebook group, Reddit, John's P.O. Box. I'll read this first one. Joshua says, favorite kind of pastry? I love beaver tails.
Okay.
What's your favorite pastry?
Cake doesn't count as a pastry, does it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a gray area.
I'm gonna say yes. Because then I can agree with you.
Cake.
What is the difference between a pastry and something you bake? Like a baked good.
I mean, they're usually smaller. Usually handheld.
What about a cupcake?
You don't have to cut it into pieces.
Does a cupcake count?
Yeah, you can fucking hold a cupcake. What are you thinking?
Well, no, I understand that one. I mean, like, if we're saying a cake doesn't count, does a cupcake count? But they're the same thing.
I think it's more the size that dictates it than anything.
Why did you go New Yorker on him? It's like, yeah, you can hold a cupcake in your hand. What you thinking? It's like, Jesus, all right. Wow.
Yeah, I'm being honest here.
That's rough. But yeah, cupcakes are the right answer.
Are cookies pastries?
Yeah, I think technically.
Okay.
Sure. If we're letting
chicken nugget a pastry.
No.
Then what is it? Someone is saying pastry is made of pastry dough.
Okay.
What is the definition
pastry
of pastry?
Is a dough of flour, water, and shortening that may be savory or sweetened. Sweetened pastries are often described as baker's confectionery. The word pastries describes many kinds of baked products made from ingredients such as flour, sugar, milk, butter, shortening, baking powder, and eggs.
So cake counts.
Okay. I guess probably cake. I mean, I like croissants a lot.
I'm going to say a cupcake over just a straight up cake because I do like that they're smaller and the icing and stuff.
What about like a cinnamon bun?
Cinnamon bun. Oh, man.
If cake doesn't count, that gets my vote.
Cinnamon buns are so good. You know those Pillsbury cinnamon buns? Did you ever get those ones? Where you have to like crack open the little
Yeah.
Oh man, like
they're
Saturday
good.
morning, I used to just make like a whole tray of those.
Sure.
Watch some cartoons. Oh, that was the best. That was like a solid like 3 years of my life growing up. Every Saturday. Someone asks, is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you for that. Follow-up question also to the person who sent in a question about being stressed in university. Again, this is from Joshua. In my third year of electrical engineering, I had a complete breakdown so bad I burned several textbooks and broke my roommate's nose. Ooh. I graduated 7 years ago. All of us have rough patches. So there's some words of encouragement.
That's intense. All right, I can grab the next one here.
Okay.
Bob wrote in and said, do you think podcasting is an underappreciated platform? I only know one person in real life who listens to them, and his podcasts are thematically very different from mine. Do you know a lot of people in real life that listens to them? Apparently at least one knows Sean, if not the other way around.
Oh yeah,
actually, I know a ton of people listen to podcasts.
Well, yeah, let's get an update on your secret fan.
There's nothing to. I have no idea whatsoever. I'll report an update.
Have you looked?
Update, Sean officially not trying. Got it.
Yeah.
I've looked. I don't know what I'm looking for though.
Yeah, that's fair. Sure.
That's part of the mystery.
Yeah. So I mean, I've kept my eyes open. Anyway, I'd say almost all my friends probably listen to some podcasts.
Yeah, I don't think they're underappreciated at all, especially when there's people like Adam Carolla, Joe Rogan, Mark Maron, people that like make that a living. They have so many people listening to them.
Here's the thing now. Like, there's one way to look at it. Like, an overappreciated podcast is a radio show.
Uh-huh.
And usually, like, those move to, like, XM radio or stuff like that. So
I think radio shows are underappreciated.
Radio.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I don't use the radio at all anymore. It's either I'm listening to some music or I'm listening to a podcast.
Right. So no, I don't think they are at all underappreciated.
The only people I can think of that like don't listen to podcasts are like my parents.
Yeah.
But then again, Serial got huge with old people.
Mm-hmm.
So, old people like podcasts too.
True.
All right, next one comes to us from James. It's a two-parter. Part 1, regarding the episode name list, should I make a new Google Doc for it or just add to the existing one?
Just add to the existing and send in a comment that you added when you have a few.
And send a link to it, resend the link to it.
Yeah, and I would make sure it's on like a different page. Otherwise, we'll probably just end up reading old
stuff. Or just
stuff.
delete the old ones completely or something. Or like highlight them in red or something.
Well, if you're going to delete the old ones, then you might as well just make a new document.
That's true. Maybe just highlight like the old ones in red or something.
I don't think he should delete the old ones because then all that work is gone. He should just...
Yeah, you're right.
He should just, make page break, do another list.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
All right, part 2. Last week, you guys talked about Suda51 games. Well, I'm in the minority of people who think that No More Heroes 2 is better than No More Heroes 1. Wait, who thinks that? The main reason...
He does.
Yeah. I mean that people think that No More Heroes 1's not as good as 2. The main reason...
All right, whatever.
Yeah, the main reason is that I think the gameplay is all around better. Normally that would make the game better, but because it's a Suda51 game, people excuse the not as good gameplay in the original, such as the boring open world, the terrible minigames, and the almost unplayable upside-down sections of the Harvey boss fight. I get the jokes, commentaries they're making, but how far should bad gameplay be excused for the sake of being weird?
This is a sweary problem as well, because his games aren't well made, but you forgive them for that because of like the weird shit in them.
Right. Well, but then there's also the argument of like, are they actually not well made, or was this on purpose?
No, they're not well made. I don't think I've played a sweary game that I could just be like, you know what? There's some work that went into that movement. Sure.
I don't know, man. I think Deadly Premonition, I think it was pretty obvious what they were doing with that.
Sure. Keep in mind,
and like
D4 just didn't work on my PC at all. Because
right,
it would
I'm
stutter
just talking about like weird things in the game where like the music starts getting just louder than the dialogue.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm talking about when you're moving or like supposed to like shoot an enemy or something. Like he makes shitty quality like games in that regard.
In No More Heroes 2, you turn into a tiger. Remember that?
I never played 2.
In the first one as well?
I didn't think so. I don't remember it from the first one. It
was right. In the first one, instead you get the move where just you kill everyone in the room instantly. That's what it is.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway,
I never played 2.
Back to the question at hand.
2 was good, honestly. It had more boss fights. It got rid of the shitty open world, and the jobs that you had to do to actually earn money were way better and more interesting. It still had problems. It still had problems where like you just had to grind out jobs to earn money. Although I feel like I remember
right.
being less. But
I think I finished 2. I don't think I finished, and I definitely didn't finish 1. I think I finished 2.
I think my problem with 2, I like 2 more than 1, but the problem I have with 2 is it's more self-serious. That's my actual gripe with 2 over 1. 1 feels like a goofy ass, like, silly time. 2 has lots of moments like that, but it also has these weird self-serious things because it's all a tale of revenge. And I think that's why a lot more people prefer the first one over the second, because it's not as serious. Plus, and I agree, the bike section sucked, but the bike section song is also like one of my favorite songs from No More Heroes 1. So I feel like that masked a little bit of it.
Sure.
Okay, back to the question at hand, though. Okay. How far should bad gameplay be excused for the sake of being weird?
Until you're not having fun with it anymore.
I think it's just, yeah, obviously, it's just easy. It's just subjective. If you're not having fun with it, then they screwed up.
Yeah.
But, if, and I'll say on the other part, if the sake of the weirdness or the story that you're enjoying, if it's not enough to help you muscle through the bad gameplay, then it also loses.
Yep.
So one of them has to be great. Like, yeah.
And I mean, I've played through games on the opposite side where it was just such a joy to do the thing of playing that, like, I didn't care about the story or characters or anything, but I still did it.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like several games, I'm just like, I couldn't really tell you what's going on right now, but, whatever.
Right.
Okay, this one comes from Spy Gadget. Recently, I got Fortune Street and Super Mario 64.
No.
Seeing as how the Runaway Guys and John had fun, or fun, as the case may be, with those two games. However, I've had cases where I watch videos of people playing a game and having fun with it, only to find out they made it seem a lot more fun because they were playing with friends.
Right.
I was wondering, have any of you guys run into a case where you saw a game that looked fun, but upon playing it yourself, you found it less enjoyable than you thought it'd be? I realize this may be a common occurrence if you have a lot of games, but I figured it'd be cool to hear what sort of games have caused these experiences, if any. I feel like that happens all the time if you're watching like a multiplayer thing. Like there's so many games where, like, remember when like 2 or 3 years ago, couch co-op became a local multiplayer came back big.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, it's not gonna have online. Those games seemed awesome. Like I'm watching Giant Bomb. You're watching people streaming it with their friends. They work in the same office or whatever. And those look like a total blast. And it's like, how often do I get my friends over anymore? I'm not 15 anymore where I just have all the free time. Like I can't invite my friends over after school anymore at that point. I'm not a student.
Yeah.
So that's an easy one. That happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say I don't know how I made Superman 64 look fun because it's just been me playing it. So that one's all on you, Spy.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering about that.
I'm sorry. I should have been more clear that this is a bad game, not to buy it.
I laugh because originally when you were reading it out, I thought you said Super Mario 64. I'm like, oh, that's not a bad list of games. And then I reread the question. I'm like, oh.
That's why I said nope when he said Super Mario.
Did I say Super Mario?
You did. That's why I said nope, because you read it wrong.
Superman 64. My mistake. Superman 64. But like Street, that's that weird Square Enix Nintendo joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game looks awful with the weird like economy system that is also going on during it.
Literally, you have to enjoy Monopoly if you're going to enjoy Fortune Street because it's just that, but with stocks.
Yeah, and Monopoly sucks.
Yo, some people like Monopoly.
Are they like 90 years old?
Yes.
Yes. They're your grandparents?
Yeah.
And it's because when they were kids, it was Monopoly or play with like a rock.
Most of them took the rock.
Game
Most of them took the rock. Those people grew up to be presidents. Fortune Street, like it's all the worst things of Mario Party mixed with Monopoly. That's the worst. That is the worst.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think Fortune Street looks super fun. So whatever.
Well, all right. But anyway, any specific games for you guys where you have looked at it and said that would be fun, then you got it and you were like, this kind of sucks. I'm not having fun with it anymore.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of people play games. Like, I don't watch a lot of videos of people playing games. So, I kind of just blind buy a decent amount based on previous experiences with the company that made the game or, like, the other games in that series to see if I'm going to like it. I don't even watch, like, Giant Bomb or anything. I don't watch really
That's
anybody.
where I watch. I watch a lot of Giant Bomb, so I see those ones. So, like, Gang Beasts looks awesome, but it's very rare that I have 4 people over, and I don't have 4 controllers for any of my consoles.
Well, it's 8 player on PC now. Online?
Online?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That wasn't when it first came out, so I didn't know that.
Right, yeah.
But that's the other thing is also back, when I was in my teens, I could be like, hey, bring your controllers over because I know you have this console. My friend group, a lot less of them, of my local friends, have Xbox Ones or have PlayStation 4s. And if they do, I doubt 4 of them do. It's probably like 2 of them have PlayStations. The other 2 have Xboxes. So just getting that many controllers together is also a difficult task.
Sure.
Rock Band's good for that, though, because you buy the whole kit and then you have everything.
Maybe Smash Bros. For me. Like, watching people play it and have fun is way, like... I don't know, when you're playing it, it depends on, like, the skill level of your friends and stuff, right? But any fighting game, really, you can watch, like, 2 people of equal skill level have fun because they're going back and forth, but if, like, if you're good at a fighting game, and your friend isn't, or, like, the other way around, it's not fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say fighting games are a good thing, because, like, I don't have people to come over to play anymore, so...
Yeah. But Paulie made a good point though. Is it's even worse if the skill levels changed.
Yeah.
So like the best scenario is when it's like the best scenario is Jackbox, right? Everyone has a smartphone. You don't need to be good at anything. In fact, if you're bad at drawing, Jackbox is great because Drawful is hilarious. So like that's like the real winner there, in my opinion.
Okay.
Paul's next.
Yeah, I'm just... Okay.
So Thomas.
Yeah. Thomas wrote in with 2 questions, it looks like. First, for John, is there any gaming system where Paul and Sean's games for that system combined are more than yours for that system?
No. I was going to say Steam, but then I remembered Sean doesn't buy Steam games.
Right.
But I mean, if Paul has more than you and we combine ours, we still win.
Is Steam a platform or is PC in general a platform? Because I have games in Origin, Ubisoft's stupid thing, GOG, Desura.
All right, well, if we're counting separate platforms...
I'm going to guess Steam just counts as its own because it counts them easily for you.
Yeah. Like, I'm loading up Steam right now to see how many I have because I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the same.
That's probably the only one I could see it happening on.
John, how many Wonder Swan games do you have?
Oh, God.
12?
Oh, 12? Okay, because I have 3, and I thought that was a lot.
I have 8. I have 8, apparently.
That's really good.
I thought you had like 1 or 2. I didn't know you had 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think John wins.
Probably on Steam, too. Do you have your number on Steam?
My games, 646.
Okay. I have 851.
Boom.
Well, there you go. Beat me on Steam.
I don't even... I could have negative 100 and we'd still win.
God damn it, Sean.
I wonder... I might have more Xbox One games than you.
Really?
Because I get a lot of review copies on Xbox One.
All right, what do you have for Xbox One?
How do I even check that right now?
Do you know off the top of your head? I have 33 packaged Xbox One games.
I don't know off the top of my head. And like I said, almost everything on my Xbox One is downloaded, so I'd have to like boot up. If
you turn on the Xbox, it tells you how many games you have installed.
Are you? I mean, I have to leave the room.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. I only brought the controller in. I wonder if I can open up my Xbox app on my phone and find out. Let's move on to the next question, though.
Yeah.
Right.
He has 2 questions here, right?
Yep.
Oh, how did Burning Barrel get the naming Burning Barrel? And don't tell me you looked at Giant Bomb's gaming terms like you did for TDP. And damn it, I need to make a podcast named Vehicular Combat or Flight Stick in colons native.
Native.
Yeah. I guess, okay. The name Burning Barrel literally came from I lost the rights to Pixel Response, and people wanted, I think, like $3,500 for it back. So I said no. And needed another term. I asked a friend of mine. He suggested 3 names, and that's the one that stuck out to me because I liked the double meaning of like a barrel like a gun and a barrel like in a game that's burning and about to explode. So that's where that came from. I guess for everyone, what would be the weirdest name for a podcast that is just a random gaming term? What's a random, like MOBA? And then not have it be about MOBAs.
Isn't MOBA a genre?
Yeah, it's a gaming term. A MOBA.
Okay.
0.5 A button presses.
Yeah.
That's I don't hate that.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to go to Giant Bomb and I'm going to look up terms.
Here we go again.
I'm going to pick a weird one. How did we find this again? Oh, we looked at concepts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Controller speaker.
That's really good. Especially if you could find a way to like make it so that it only was downloadable through a system and playable through the controller.
God. I gotta say, like 9 out of 10 of these concepts on this page, on this first page, are all new Pokemon. Alola form.
Great. Yeah, that's pretty good.
First person shadow. That's
what?
Yeah. First person games in which the player character casts a shadow. Apparently that first appeared in The Witness? No way, really?
There's no. That can't be right. I could have sworn at least the Far Cry games have been doing that for a while.
I don't know.
But maybe they haven't.
There's only 2 games tied to this, and it's The Witness and Abduction.
God damn it, that can't be right. I don't know. Maybe it's new and people just have to add to it.
Maybe.
I'm not looking up gaming terms.
So many Pokemon. So. Every Pokemon gets its own one as a concept. Headless in VR.
Okay, yeah. I could see a VR podcast named Headless in VR.
Local and online players together.
That I couldn't see a podcast named that. That's a pretty bad name.
Leveling Grind.
That's actually a pretty good name. It's not bad.
Barbershop Quartet.
I mean, that's just good.
Blockbuster exclusive release.
That's really good. That's really good. What's under
First
that?
Appeared Mr. Nuts. What is Mr. Nuts? Oh, there's a few games. Freestyle Street Soccer. I think is the most recent one.
Okay.
While it existed, Blockbuster tried to entice gamers by selling or renting exclusive games. Outlaw Volleyball Red Hot.
Yeah, there's like
Outlaw
the
Golf
Transformers game.
Holiday Golf.
Hagane's the big one that's super hard to find. Clay Fighters, Sculptor's Cut.
Razor Freestyle Scooter.
Oh yeah, the N64 one, yeah.
Stunt Racer 64. Eggs of Steel. John, didn't you play Eggs of Steel? I seem to recall you playing an egg game.
I have a copy of it for PlayStation 1.
Okay. Is Mr. Nuts a Conker's thing? It looks kind of like Conker.
Mr. Nuts is a game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Autism is a concept in video games.
Apparently, it's like an ocean game on like the Super Nintendo and the Genesis.
Weird.
Travel by bird.
Sure. For the love of God, John, take the next question. Let's get out of this hell.
I'm having fun listening to him do this.
Hiding.
All right.
Hiding. Now you're just saying words.
Glenn writes in and asks, do you think there's a reason for games to go on massive sales digitally, but the DLCs don't? Too often I hear from friends during sales about how they've purchased Ultimate Editions of games they already own because it costs less than buying all the DLC packages they want. Why not mark down the DLC whenever the main game's on sale? It's all just digital content. Or does Gearbox expect people to pay $40 for its Borderlands 1 DLC 7 years after release?
Well, when those Ultimate Editions go on sale, the DLC usually does too. A little bit, anyway.
I think the main thing is, like, they're trying to just get new players, period. So that's why they offer the complete package instead of just the DLC going on sale.
Oh, right.
Or the DLC as well going on sale. Because I bumped into the same thing with Dead Rising 3. The price for the season pass was the same price as buying the Apocalypse edition of the game, which came with the DLC.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I found the worst one.
Okay.
Roping mechanic?
No, that's a good name for a podcast about cattle. Whatever. Go on.
We're tying
First appeared in Battle Raper? And then I was like, what is that? And this is the description for Battle Raper. Came out in 2002. Battle Raper is a 3D fighting game in which you have to fight female characters and beat them before you can eventually rape them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's one of those banned on Twitch games.
That makes sense.
I think it's from the same company that did Rapeplay and all those creepy.
Gotcha.
Rapeplay is also on the list of groping mechanic games.
Oh, you said groping.
Groping mechanic. Oh my god.
I thought he said roping mechanics.
I did too.
It's groping.
I did too.
I'm glad I'm the only one who heard that at least.
God damn it.
Groping. That's the worst name for a video game concept. There you go. Found it.
Yeah. And
what were we talking about?
I mean, no, the reason why it's cheaper to do the Game of the Year stuff and whatnot is just to get new people in and to make people double dip, basically, because you're buying. They're selling. The thing is that if you're buying the Ultimate Edition or whatnot, right, and you already have the game, you're actually paying the same amount just for the DLC because you already have the game. But for people that don't have the game, they're basically getting the base game for free with all the DLC. The DLC price doesn't really change. They're just tricking you.
Yeah, well, he's asking, why doesn't the DLC go on sale? And you're basically just saying, it's because double dipping.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why.
It's a marketing strategy.
It's, Game of the Year editions and stuff like that are just a marketing strategy to get you to buy DLC.
Is it my turn?
I think it's mine, actually. Or no, you're right.
You just read the one. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Paul, do you want to check Twitter just in case there's more any there?
There was one, but
okay,
I'll just throw it in here anyway.
Okay. Michael wrote in, I've been feeling nostalgic for the GameCube recently, so I've started replaying a few of my favorites for the system. One of my favorites has always been Super Monkey Ball 2. After wondering what the heck ever happened to that series, I did some research and found that after the GameCube era, the quality of Super Monkey Ball games dropped dramatically. I wish that there could be a back-to-basics sort of game for this generation's consoles that was just a solid Monkey Ball experience, much like the GameCube games.
Mm-hmm.
Which series do you wish could have a back-to-basics game to relive former glory?
Resident Evil.
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia is a good one. Yeah, I like that.
I'll even take the 2008 weird one where they mix stuff up. I just want more Prince of Persia.
Sure.
Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania is real good.
It's a good one.
Mega Man.
Ninja Gaiden. I'll even take 3D back to basics. Sure. Mega Man, definitely. Mega Man tried that, though, with 9 and 10.
I guess, to be more specific, Mega Man X. That
okay,
You know, I'm going to say Pokemon. They've put so many systems on top of it.
Yeah, you're right.
So many things going on there. And, I know people, maybe they're into it, but I just like catching and battling Pokemon.
And to clarify what Michael was asking about Monkey Ball, the company that made Monkey Ball doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Because it was a group in Sega called Amusement Vision. They made the Monkey Ball games. They went defunct in 2004. They're also known for doing F-Zero GX. Actually, that might be one of the last ones they did. Virtua Striker 4, Ollie King. That's the arcade stuff they did. F-Zero AX, which is the arcade version. And the original Monkey Ball arcade games.
Is there anything like Monkey Ball that you can get elsewhere? I can't really think of anything.
Not sure.
Kind of a unique thing. Marble Madness.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay. I see what happened here. Okay, so Smilebit, which were the guys who did Panzer Dragoon and Jet Set Radio and Future, they combined with Amusement Vision, and then they became together the group that works on the Yakuza games.
Okay. That's a weird shift.
Yeah.
All right, and he had a follow-up question. What's your favorite classic Disney movie? Looks like he's not listing anything 3D here, so
what?
2D.
I'll probably say Hercules.
What constitutes
really good?
Classic? Like how old?
Like not polygonal, not 3D.
Well, I know, but they don't do a whole lot of 3D really. Classic
say,
Disney,
like older than 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm saying, don't pick Big Hero 6.
Why would I pick Big Hero 6?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, don't pick Big Hero 6. Maybe you like Big Hero 6. It's that movie's fine.
Sure.
Hercules good. Mulan's good. I think everyone likes Lion King.
Lion King's really good. I
was always a Tarzan
Little Mermaid
fan.
has some great stuff in it.
Little Mermaid's also good.
What about live action stuff?
I mean, why not? It's a Disney movie.
I'm
Mary
just trying
Poppins.
I'm trying to think of some that I actually
Dragon.
enjoyed. Because I don't know if I enjoyed any of their live action things for a long time. Did they do Homeward Bound? Was that Disney?
Yes.
That's probably the one for me then. That would be live action that I enjoyed.
Stitch is really good.
It's either them or Buena Vista, which I think is part of them anyways. No, it's actually Walt Disney.
Okay.
I'm always a huge fan of the Goofy movies.
Those are good. Yeah.
I really like the Goofy movies.
Yeah,
those are
super
good. Funny.
Yep.
All right, and last
question from Twitter. From Lade1 Rex. Ladle Rex, I guess. What games do you think would make a good Chaos Edition a la Mario 64? I don't know what this means, so.
I don't know what this is either.
Chaos Edition is like Mario 64 Chaos Edition is a ROM hack of Mario 64 where random events happen, like your health randomly starts draining, parts of the stage physically start attacking you, everything gets absorbed into like a tornado. It's just like random shitty events happen to you to try to make the game harder.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What game would benefit from random shitty things happening to make your life harder?
I'm going to say, I think racing games, this would do well. And then it makes me think of Split Second, which was kind of this.
Yeah,
it wasn't
you're right.
random, but it was just like, guess what? This tower's falling down now. You need to drive faster. So I think a racing game where you just need to start like dodging weird stuff going on is interesting.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think racing is probably one of the better recommendations.
That's pretty good.
Fighting game, maybe.
Someone is saying, is this I Want to Be the Guy?
I mean, yeah, I Want to Be the Guy treatment, kinda. That's sort of what Chaos Edition is.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played that game, so I don't know.
I like the racing game one. I was thinking if there's like a sports game that could benefit from that, but I could see that being infuriating if you lose like a star player because he got shot on the way into the like stadium that day or something.
Isn't that Blitz the League?
I mean,
isn't
kinda.
that Rocket League like that new mode where everyone just gets like freeze rays and tornadoes?
Actually,
and stuff?
you're right, and that did benefit. I heard that's a pretty cool thing. So
the punching bag springs. All right,
sure.
I have a movie to go to in 40 minutes. Let's wrap this up.
All right.
topdownperspective@gmail.com, @TDP Podcast, Facebook group, Reddit, John's P.O. Box are all great ways to send questions in for next week. Sure. What is your guys' games of the week?
Resident Evil Revelations.
Yeah, okay, that'll do it. We'll be back next week. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
I got charity stream coming up on Friday. Tune in, please. Bye.
Bye.